Over the last several months, we've learned a lot about you. I think more than anything, we've learned that your emails are very boring.
Yes.
I mean, I thought we would get more out of this, but this is one that I'd like to go through. This is to Lauren Gelotti. As you said, I was just thinking about this last week. I'm going to order some tomorrow. Apples. So they'll be in your office when you get back from UNGA? What's UNGA?
The UN General Assembly.
Oh, it stands for something. I thought it was some African nation, but for some reason, my supplier just stopped sending them after the new year. I'll set up an account. Now, this is about pot, right? This is a code. This is how you order marijuana in code.
Yeah, this is really top secret stuff. You know, when I was senator from New York, one of the great joys was advocating for all the different businesses in New York. And New York produces a lot of apples. And so,
hence the name, the Big Apple.
Hence the name, the Big Apple. Mm-hmm. And so I always kept fresh apples in my office for people to take advantage of. And we hadn't gotten any apples for a while, so I was wondering where the apples were. I mean, I am sure someone could make a lot out of that, but that is the case. It was about real apples, apples from New York.
Okay, not pot then. Why do you disagree with Bernie Sanders about decriminalizing marijuana at the federal level?
Well, look, I think what the states are doing right now needs to be supported, and I absolutely support all the states that are moving toward medical marijuana, moving toward absolutely legalizing it for recreational use. But I want to see what the states learn from that experience, because there are still a lot of questions that we have to answer at the federal level. What I've said is, let's take it off the what's called Schedule 1.
I notice your hand motion.
Let's take it off the Schedule 1 and put it on a lower schedule so that we can actually do research about it. You know, there's some great evidence about what marijuana can do for people who are in cancer treatments, who have other kinds of chronic diseases, who are suffering from intense pain. There's great, great anecdotal evidence, but I want us to start doing the research because, Jimmy, suppose you're taking 2 or 3 prescription drugs and you don't know what dosage you should be mixing with everything, and so let's find out, and then let's make that available, and let's do more.
Well, you'll be happy to know Guillermo is working on a research project right now.
That's right.
And he's going to report his...
I want to hear from him. I'm accepting information from everybody.
You have received an endorsement from Snoop Dogg, which is really key.
Yes, I have. That's right.
When we had your husband, President Clinton, on this show, he said, I asked him about UFOs in Area 51 and if he looked in, because if I was president, that's the first thing I do. I go right into those files and see what was going on.
Right.
And he said that he did do that.
Yes.
And that he didn't find anything.
Well, I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, why not?
Right? And you know, there's a new name. It's unexplained aerial phenomenon.
Unexplained aerial phenomenon, really?
Yep, UAP. That's the latest nomenclature.
I like the old one. I like UFO. I don't know why.
Well, I think we can use them interchangeably, but I would like us to go into those files and hopefully make as much of that public as possible. If there's nothing there, let's tell people there's nothing there.
What if there is something there?
Well, if there is something there, unless it's a threat to national security, I think we ought to share it with the public.
Well, what if everybody's all hopped up on medical marijuana and everybody gets paranoid? I would love it.
That's why I want more research.
If you share it with me, I'll decide what is the best course of action. I really have my ear to the ground.
Well, I'm more than happy to do that.
Do you love clicking buttons and subscribing to things? Then click the button to subscribe to my channel, and you'll finally be happy.